Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Emily over here. If you're having a good day or a good night, whatever time it is when you watch this video, okay? Listening to a message for the collective. Okay, it's something that somebody is saying to you that is triggering your heart chakra. Okay? You could feel like this person understands you on an emotional level. Okay, this person I don't know why this made me laugh, but I heard this person say that maybe they looked at a picture of yours, okay, and they can see the pain in your eyes, okay, but you still have like such a heaviness on you and like soulful like joy. And this person says that they can resonate with that, okay? And yeah, this is an energy that I feel like is completely opposite in like worlds and realms in which it is that they exist in, but for some reason, for some reason, y'all have been acquainted with one another. Okay, this doesn't have to necessarily be a new love and interest. This could just be somebody, bitch, that you motherfucking know. Okay, I feel like this person speaks their heart. They speak their mind. Okay, and I feel like they speak their heart. Them speaking their heart is just them acknowledging the way that you make them feel, okay? And I feel like this is something that comes naturally to this person. It's not forced, okay? Um, Very gentlemanly, very disciplined. I feel like this person's a good negotiator. They could talk anybody down for anything. Like this is this is somebody who's like I feel like it's like you're like secret superhero, okay? Like people can see you and this person out together, and unless they see you actually engaging or talking, even if they see you engaging and talking to one another, they wouldn't think that you guys know each other in the way that it is that you know each other, okay? But I feel like something is setting an example, okay? Spirit, what do we have for the collective? What does the collective and beyond the collective need to know? What is the collective and beyond the collective need to know? Okay, somebody could have had like second thoughts, maybe doubts. Okay, I heard insecurities about you when it came to you. Okay, I feel like this is just somebody's demons being triggered or being agitated so that they can be purged. Um, there's a sense of like a thought of thought frame that like pull somebody back to the past, okay, of all the times that they were wronged, okay? Somebody is reflecting on. I heard that last shit just almost killed me, yo. That last shit you said almost just killed me, yo. Somebody could have confided in somebody at a party about something that happened at a party, okay? Somebody could have told somebody that they seen somebody kissing somebody at a party, okay? It just happened is what I heard, okay? It wasn't planned, it just happened. Somebody could be coming to the conclusion that they have love for somebody that's not like who the fuck it is that they're with. Okay, somebody could also feel betrayed by a group of people and could be leaving a group of people. Okay, this could be people that you grew up with. Okay, maybe you started a business with people that you grew up with, the people that are from your family or from the past. Okay, you could be deciding to walk away from this because you realize how much dirt these people actually threw on your name. Okay, you could be understanding the correlation between spell work, okay, and how it affects your life. Okay, even shit that people said to you as kids. Somebody's like deep in their thoughts right now about their emotions and how their emotions have affected their stability. It's like somebody feels like whatever people draw their attention to it and they became fixated on it, it pressured them more into investing in something. Okay, um, but I feel like somebody could be walking away from something to take time to regroup. Okay, and maybe like come to terms with the things that have happened in the past. Um, I'm also getting a situation where somebody could have like stood up for somebody who was sexually assaulted by somebody, and this could have led to a falling out amongst friends or family. Okay, the fact that somebody who was once uh, under the same spell that they couldn't speak about something that was done or being done, um, they're no longer under it. Okay, somebody's deciding to set themselves free because it's like every time that they are secluded within their own space, this is something that they constantly think about. And I feel like they weighed out the pros and cons of like expressing the truth of the situation, and it has created a diversion amongst the group that somebody felt like if they didn't have these people in their lives, then they wouldn't be anything. But somebody's realizing that they're only stuck in something that does not make them happy because of the people that they're around, and they're like, I would rather be moving forward than to be stuck and stagnant. Okay. Yeah, I feel like somebody's going through some type of renewal to bring peace, stability, and healing into their lives, and like also understand like the energies that swirl around them and do what they do. Like somebody is looking for some type of comfort, and like maybe your energy could be serene to this person because that's what I'm hearing. Okay, I feel like there's like a peace, like a deep, deep peace. And this could be like triggered by the love that somebody is like coming to terms that they have for you. Okay, this is sorry. Somebody was. I feel like the thought of healing or the process of healing could be new to somebody, and maybe this is like could be shit that they like made fun of before, but they're finding an understanding in it. Somebody feel like something never worked for them before, and the reason it never worked because their eyes were not open to seeing the deception. And I feel like now that they see the deception, they understand how something works. Um, Somebody's adapting to some type of healing energy. I don't know, like it's very like somebody who never really experienced peace. Maybe peace outside of themselves, being in peaceful environments, being in peaceful friend groups, having a peaceful work environment. Like, and this person could like be, I don't know, experiencing this. I also feel like somebody's, what is that? I'm like so itchy right now. It's like my hands and my arm. I don't have any bites. They just itch. Okay, but I pulled the and then it got weird. The Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Empress, Justice with the Hermit. Okay, they could also be an older. Okay, there could be an older woman figure who's masquerading as a friend or a confidant to somebody who's an air sign, or there could be an air sign, older feminine who has some type of strategy. What is the Seven of Swords and Empress? Because it was like the Queen of Swords came out, and then the Seven of Swords and Empress, like two cards came out. I usually don't take them like that, but lately I've just been taking like what's been falling out because I feel like the storylines change, the shit just changes. um, Instead of like lining them up, okay, this could be a mother figure who is getting. This could be a mother figure who is fixating and focusing on their lack of consciousness when it came to what it took to be a mother, um, and why they despise their child. Okay, there could be a mom that despises their child. Okay, maybe they're reflecting on all the things that they went through being pregnant with this child. Okay, this child could have been conceived through some type of wrongful act. Okay, this could be this could even be incest. Okay, like that could be the reason why a mother figure is upset with the child because it reflects to them incest. I feel like they grew up in an era where like that was a thing, okay, or something just happened. I don't know the story, but they're reflecting on it. Somebody feels like they deserve love to be shown love, and this was a person that showed them love. I don't know. Somebody's psyche is like being broken down. Okay, somebody could possibly need to be hospitalized or facilitated just so that they can get like extra care to help them work through whatever this issue is. But I feel like somebody's spiritual enlightenment, somebody's spiritual journey is allowing them to bring justice into their life by acknowledging the truth of their situation. I feel like somebody would be embarrassed for like a group of people to like know something. Um, or just like people to know something because it's a very vulnerable topic and it highlights a person's insecurities. Okay, it highlights the trauma and pain that somebody went through, and I feel like somebody has the thought process of um, handling it and no longer like discussing it. But there's so many thoughts that I feel like this person has. This is even giving me the energy of somebody who should come out and talk about something specifically because there are so many other people who have also experienced this, and like it needs. I feel like fucked up shit. It's not the sense of making it normal, but make normalizing the fact that like yes, this actually does happen in reality, and this could be like even like a I heard a rural area, like somebody could have grew up in bitch like motherfucking what they call them, the sticks, okay. Somebody could have grew up in an area where like bitch it wasn't like city online dating, like it wasn't shit like that. And that could have been somebody's idea of freedom. Um, to run and move to a city area because it's a big city. Like you can become lost. Okay. But then I also heard somebody made a big name for themselves. So like you're not hiding, okay? The King Cups and then the Eight of Coins came out. Okay, the Queen of Wands came out with the Hermit, the Justice card. Okay, there also could have been air sign. Okay, Libra and Taurus energy is heavy right here. That could have been spreading lies, okay, about somebody who is a Queen of Wands. Okay, they could have had legal system looking into this Queen of Wands and how this person um I was gonna say overcame something, but that's not the reason these people had this investigator looking into you. It was more so about people trying to get proof on something so that they could justify what they were doing. But this person that they sent in to get this proof really just found out that you were victorious and like had a lot of courage and bravery to deal with something, okay, until you got justice, okay. I feel like somebody has watched you go through many different versions of yourself, but I feel like something is different. Something is true about all these versions of yourself. Each version of yourself is very devoted to one goal, one particular goal, and I feel like the goal in which it is that you're dedicated to is the same thing that other people wanted you to not like even care about. Okay, and I feel like this is the only motherfucking thing that is in existence to you right now. Okay, the King of Cups, the Eight of Coins. Okay, somebody could want to. Somebody is a part of the justice system. Okay, and they could want to offer you something. Okay, so that you have some type of I feel like somebody's gonna give you something and then they're gonna offer you something. And I feel like from a prior engagement that you could have with this person, I'm not even getting that like this was like in person. Like this could be over the line on online type shit. Like from something that happened online. Like you could be thinking about a moment where maybe you felt like you were auditioning for some shit because you actually knew the underlining circumstances of the situation, okay? And you ended up getting something, okay? Somebody's picking you for something, okay? You were picked for something. I feel like you, I'm not even gonna go into that because I feel like all the things that I want to say, like, yeah, I feel like there's an Emperor energy who's like, has a lot of fear and anxiety because there's the subject of conversation right now. I feel like motherfuckers really tried to pull a fast one. They tried to pull a fast one. There could also be an emperor, like a younger or an older masculine energy who has a mother that they slept with, okay, in this lifetime. These people could have been like, this could have been their thing, okay, like when they were younger or whatever, when they were coming up in whatever time. I don't know, bitch. Um, um, Somebody's being guided. Okay, I also feel like you're going to be getting guidance to how it is that you should move forward in the situation. Okay, I don't feel like I don't feel like, how should I say this? A lot. This Six of Swords and this, what is it? The Star card. I feel like are really big themes in this reading. Okay, there are not many major arcanas besides Justice, Strength, the Empress, Emperor. Um, and this is giving me like generational, like bloodline healing. Okay, you can try to push down the truth of the situation, but if you are looking to deconstruct, okay, and rebuild something, you have to literally fucking rip it apart and see what the fuck it was made out of. You're gonna see what the fuck you're gonna keep. If you're thinking in terms of a house, bitch, you're gonna rip down every motherfucking thing that you don't like and everything that doesn't make sense and it's not gonna fit with the new design. And then you're gonna see what you have left. You're gonna see what you can work with. You're gonna see what you need to take away, what you need to add on, okay? And like this is just a part of motherfucking life, okay? So these are like certain bloodlines that are being completely fucking deconstructed. Okay, I feel like this shit is coming from deconstruction out of bitch what slavery did to us. Okay, I feel like there's a acknowledgement of slavery, but there is no true ancestral work that is being done to help masculine and feminine energies heal from what's being done. And not to say that it's not being done, because it is amongst certain individuals, but a collective of people getting together on the same understanding that like if we're uprooting shit that tried to be rooted into us, um, and how are we gonna alchemize these changes? By not running away from the truth, but confronting the truth and like alchemizing it into a positive, yo. Like, and one thing that I always think about when I talk about this is the fact that bitch colonies, how they infiltrated colonies and like took certain men from certain places and impregnated women and reclaimed their bloodline and heritage so that they can gain eternal life. Like a lot of, and this is gonna sound crazy, but a lot of the experiments, okay, when you think about the projects, like if you think about the babies and shit, like when you think about light skinned individuals, people who were conceived from slave and master relationships, okay, a lot of these people have committed crazy ass motherfucking crimes, yo, and have thrown their lives away because they were dealing with an energy and some shit that existed from a timeline that they weren't aware it existed. Like there's like, I don't know, I feel like that whole thing needs to be like dissected and like spiritually talked about, because I feel like a lot of men especially experience past life memories, okay? And then you got to think about the older generation and what they actually experienced as younger individuals and how they were taught to deal with certain things and like move on away from certain things, right? Um, so a lot of like acknowledgement I feel like is being done at this time. I'm hearing that song by Justin Timberlake, okay, Too Late to Apologize, okay? But the cherry of the sun is here. I want to tell y'all what happened to like the sun part in my tarot deck, but I won't tell y'all here, but I'll tell y'all on Twitter. But the chariot, the sun, and seven of coins. So a lot of things are coming to fruition now. I feel like your vitality is being explored, okay, and understood. not just with you, but amongst a group of people. Okay, yeah, being the ones that have had yeah, I feel like somebody had the thirst for knowledge when it came to some shit. Somebody wanted to know how they were deceiving themselves. There could also be like a masculine energy that's getting moved on. I don't know. There's so many ways that you can get moved on, and I feel like the message fits in so many different categories that somebody's about to get moved on. Okay, because I feel like somebody manipulated the things that they understood about the King of Cups energy to make themselves seem as though they were this diplomatic, calm, spiritual guide for the community, just for people to really get the truth of what this person has implemented in their life, what types of changes. Types of changes that came after dealing with this person were not positive, they were negative. Okay. I also feel like there's a masculine energy who could be using their intuition at this time to understand what happened to them so that they can currently, presently stand up for themselves. Okay? Because something did happen to somebody, and I feel like this is when they were a child. And this is why they're very sexually active, okay? Or they act out sexually, okay? Somebody could use sex as a way to deflect off of expressing their emotions. Okay, and this could be a behavior that somebody exhibits because of when they were younger. Like somebody could take moments where this child was vulnerable and express their feelings and use that energy as a way to like sleep with this child, right? To make the impression that you care and you love me because of how you touch me or you lick me or like certain like really weird behaviors that I'm definitely picking up on, okay? And like there's a specific memory that I feel like is being taken out of somebody's mind that has been taken out of somebody's mind, but they're remembering it, okay? And they could be remembering it because of the emotion that they have caused to someone that they really, really care about because of what they were dealing with emotionally with this situation, which is why they are feeling the need or feeling more confident in expressing it. Okay, somebody can look at you as a confidant. Like it's safe to talk to you. It's safe to express things to you, and you help them make sense of it. Okay, it's like, oh, I need to go talk to God, so somebody's gonna pull up on you. Okay. Yeah, and there's a Queen of Wands energy whose chaotic energy is now catching up to her. Um, Ill health and misunderstandings. Okay, somebody could literally have go through a situation where they're pleading for their life because they put somebody in a compromising position to give them some type of sexually transmitted disease. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of truth coming out right now, and a lot of it is like having to do with karmic energies. Okay, and I feel like how these people deal with their truths being exposed really determine like spiritually what the fuck happens. know if y'all seen like the confirmation. So rude. I don't have any more downloads. I don't have any more energy that I feel like I need to channel. That's the reading. I'll see you guys later. Bye.